What is up, everyone? This is Soul with some more Shadowlands coverage. I'm back with a little bit more hair, a little bit less beard, and once again we're going through that whole experience of something new. Let's read this stuff together and share with some of our thoughts and reactions with some of this stuff. And I have to admit though that this isn't exactly new stuff. We're not going to learn a whole lot of new things, but maybe a couple of updates, some things that I myself had not kept track of. But at any rate, once I'm done fixing my hair, let's go ahead and go through what is going on in Exile's Reach. And from the top, adventure awaits in Azeroth in an all-new starting experience arriving with Shadowlands. Available to both veteran players and new, this introductory excursion is a great way to begin forging your path through the world. An expedition has gone missing, and you have been called to be a part of a new crew of novice adventurers charged with discovering what's become of them. As with many such journeys, you'll find yourself as part of a crew aboard a ship bound to their last known location. When things take a turn for the worse, you'll make landfall on the island of Exile's Reach. Really cool look. I love the backdrop on this guy. Tragic for that human down there. Maybe he's just napping. Maybe it's not a big deal. After all, fun, whimsical adventure, that's what WoW is about, right? Yeah, okay, of course. It's here that you'll begin to face the challenges the island presents, each increasing in difficulty as you work your way through your first 10 levels. As you progress, you'll begin to learn more about using the new skills and abilities at your disposal. At the culmination of your adventure, you'll face 2 new bosses in a mini-dungeon designed for 1 to 5 players. So this goes back to what was announced during BlizzCon, that there's going to be a little bit of a dungeon, some additional challenges that is going to be role agnostic. It's not going to be a big deal, but it can be joined from 1 to 5 players. And that's meant to give and deliver that sort of, hey, this is what to expect later in World of Warcraft when you're grouping up with an agnostic group and there's no tanks or healers. But of course, there probably will be. Learning new skills. This new experience is carefully crafted to teach you a variety of skills needed to be successful in Azeroth and beyond. As you make your way through Exile's Reach, you'll learn all about the fundamentals of playing World of Warcraft, while also diving into some of the most important mechanics for your chosen class. Warriors will learn the essentials of a good charge. Rogues will go through the gauntlet of proper use of combo points, while hunters will learn how to tame and stable their pets. Along the way, you'll encounter new allies in Exile's Reach who are willing to teach you more abilities for your class. Paladins will encounter the ghost of a former paladin willing to teach Divine Shield, while monks will receive guidance through meditation to learn Touch of Death. These fundamentals are the building blocks you'll need to take on the many challenges waiting in Azeroth and will help you along the path to success wherever your adventure takes you. So my quick reaction to this is pretty positive. I think that's pretty awesome that there's going to be a semblance of class trainers once again, as well as quests that help you learn abilities. Many of us who were familiar with MMOs back in the day, or I guess today too, whenever you're learning new abilities, you get a chance to practice this ability on enemies, or there are quests that are designed that celebrate or otherwise highlight these new abilities that you use, and you find out for yourself, oh, okay, this is how I do this, and this will make me that much more powerful. So seeing something like this, a return to that is great. By contrast, what we experience now when we just kind of level up and ta-da, we get new skills, that seems to be something that more or less caters to a veteran player who knows that, who has a pretty good idea of what they're going to get. But when it comes to a new player, they're just suddenly magically pop, they're just getting all these new abilities that they're not quite sure how to handle. A small question that I have about this though is that if we're going to be running into these trainers who are going to be helping us learn stuff, are we going to see them again? I would love to see these guys or girls again throughout the questing experience somewhere out there. I doubt we'll see them in Shadowlands, because if we do, that means they're all going to die, and that would be really tragic. But oh well, let's move on. For new players, if you're new to the World of Warcraft and have never created or leveled a character, you will automatically begin your journey into Azeroth with the starting experience, helping you learn the basics of your class and the fundamentals of interacting with the world that you've become a part of. After completing the adventure, you'll move on to Battle for Azeroth, where you'll be able to level through the expansion to level 50 before moving on to Shadowlands. I think I'll read the rest first. for veteran players, if you're a veteran player or you've leveled a character before, you can choose to opt out of the starting experience and begin instead at level 1 in the starting area for your race. Upon reaching level 10, you can either continue into Battle for Azeroth or speak with Chromie to choose the expansion that you'd like to continue leveling in before you enter Shadowlands at level 50. Players with allied race characters, Death Knights, and Demon Hunters will automatically begin at level 10 and play through their own starting experience. So, if I'm remembering this correctly, and maybe I'm not, I believe when Shadowlands was first announced, Death Knights and Demon Hunters were included in this whole Exile's Reach experience, but it seems like either I heard this incorrectly or that's been walked back, which is kind of okay. I mean, Death Knights and Demon Hunters, they have a very specific story to them. So for new players who happen to choose a Death Knight or Demon Hunter, actually, let me take that back. New players should not be able to choose Death Knights or Demon Hunters because there are, I believe there are still level requirements for those particular classes. But for new players, I'm not quite sure how to take this. So for new players, they are not going to be able to just start the original starting experiences for their races until they had done it the first time, until they've gotten their feet wet and they're considered not a brand new player. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it's a way for Blizzard to just get away from having to revamp every single experience, every other starting experience, like for goblins or for pandas and the etceteras. Doing this will allow them to just have this one Exile's Reach experience rather than having to replicate it for all the other races, as I said. But I feel like it kind of takes a little bit away from the racial identity from that starting experience. It's going to feel a little bit generic. Now, scrolling back up a little bit, learning new skills, there are going to be some class-specific quests, it sounds like, that will let players explore their classes a little bit more, but not so much for their race, unless there is going to be something in there. It's going to remain to be seen, and hopefully when the alpha starts, I believe will very close into the alpha, we'll be able to start checking out Exile's Reach, this 1 to 10 experience. And I really hope that when it comes to the alpha and at least this starting experience, that everyone will be able to share in it. I think that that's something that shouldn't be part of a closed beta. I think that should be something that's open for everybody because it's nothing new necessarily. We're not getting into the Shadowlands, we're not checking out covenants or going through the pain of the drama of the abilities and stuff. It's just the start, and so I think it would be helpful to get more people into Exile's Reach so that people can provide more input as to, hey, these are the abilities that are going to be available early on, this is how we feel, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much going to be it. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot of new things to glean out of this, other than maybe what I think are some updates as to who is going to be eligible to participate in Exile's Reach and who is not. So let me know your thoughts in a comment below. Are you guys excited to test out Exile's Reach? Do you give a damn about it? Do you have too many max level characters and you're like, screw it, I'm never going to see this again? Why are you wasting your time on this, Blizzard? Share all that in a comment below, and I'll see you for the next bit of Shadowlands coverage. Of course, please like the video if you enjoyed yourself, and subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.